Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you guys the WBE Season 2 Championship match. The Minnesota Vikavolts are taking on the Milwaukee Bewears and Coach Wolf Glick, the 2016 World Champion. He was also your WBE Season 1 Champion. This guy is an incredible battler. He's one of the best battlers of all time in Pokemon history. He's got a real VGC World Championship under his belt. He's taken a liking to singles draft league format, partially my doing, inviting him in the first place, and here I have to face him in the championship. Now, this is going to be an incredible match. I hope you guys are excited. I can tell you that I feel great going into this match. I'm actually in a really great mood right now. I'm prepared. I've done everything I can to get ready for this match, so I feel good about that. I'm like, I left nothing behind, like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have no regrets regardless of the outcome of this match. I know lately in some of my battles I've been a little bit salty, I've been a little frustrated, but I've been really focusing all my energy into this game right here. We decided to delay it a little bit because Wolf had some stuff going on last week, so you're seeing it a bit late, but I'm actually playing him on Saturday the 29th. You guys are either gonna see it today or Sunday the 30th, but regardless, it's looking to be a showdown. We've had an incredible season so far here in WBE, working our way after a bit of a rough start, making some transactions to the team, adding some threats like Stakataka as well, and then ultimately making a huge playoff run, taking down John in round 1, then taking down Lord Envy in round 2, and here we are in the championship, ready to throw it down against the #1 team in the league, Wolf, and his powerful squad featuring a number of different threats. So I'm going to talk about my team here, and I'm going to go as in-depth as I can, so expect this video to be a little bit longer than normal, but it is the championship, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And of course, if you do venture to the comment section, just realize there are going to be spoilers there. That's just kind of the nature of the game. Real quick, couple question of the days, I guess two. One is, what was your favorite moment from this season? And two, do you want me to do a team recap regardless of the results of this video? And otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's talk about his team here really quickly. He's got a Mew paired with Munium Z, which allows him to go for Mew's signature Z move, which can set up the Psychic Terrain. I don't really think it's that good against me, but at the same time, like, I could see him using it as like a wall breaking opportunity. But I know that the only thing that can carry a Z Crystal on his team is Mew, which is nice. He's got Entei, which is actually a huge threat against me with Choice Band, Sacred Fire, can burn things. He's got a Raccoonia, which can set sticky webs, I'm not really concerned about. Also offensive, with like Liquidation or something. Fortress is kind of annoying because it can set hazards and also rapid spin them away. Frostlass can also set spikes and also take advantage of my Aurora Veil. If he brings Frostlass, he might have Aurora Veil to try to set it up himself. Piloswine is a very bulky ground and ice type Pokemon that kind of threatens a lot of my team, so I would be expecting that. Mega Tyranitar is a Mega that I've never really thought was that great, but Wolf has used it very, very well this season. Despite its 4x fighting weakness, Wolf has made Mega T-Tar look like an absolute star. Tornadus T is a Pokemon that he's super familiar with and he's used in the past, and it's a huge threat because of its Regenerator ability, its ability to heal itself back up when it switches out and just carry a number of different coverage moves. The thing that Tornadus really slacks with is its accuracy on its main moves like Hurricane and Focus Blast are lacking, so hopefully, you know, if luck kind of goes in our favor, he'll miss some of those. Amoonguss is just a really bulky Regenerator Pokemon as well, Grass and Poison, doesn't have a ton of weaknesses, and can heal up with its Regenerator and things like Synthesis. It also gets things like Stomping Tantrum, which can shut down Stakataka, and of course it gets Spore, which is a 100% sleep-inducing move. And then Stoutland is his last Pokemon, which takes advantage of the sand, allows him to run Sand Rush, and potentially try to be, you know, faster than everything on my team. So you can see the 6 I'm expecting him to bring. I really think there's a case for almost anything on his team, though. I can definitely see a Raccoonia, I can definitely see Fortress. You know, I mean, I didn't mention Wigglytuff. He does have a Wigglytuff as well. I'm really not super concerned of that. I don't think Wigglytuff is that good against me in general. Obviously, I had a tough decision to make in this matchup, and I did a lot of testing for this game. Like I said, regardless of the outcome, I feel like I put everything into this game, and you know, I probably did 10-15 practice matches. I tweaked the team throughout the week and really came up with what I think is a really solid game plan. So again, I'm ready for this one. But, you know, you can see what 6 I'm bringing. I'll break them down here in a second. I will tell you, actually, let's talk about the team I'm bringing, and then I'll talk about why I'm not bringing other things. So we're going to kick things off here with Gyarados. I feel like this is one of the best Gyarados matches I've seen. He really doesn't have too many answers for Gyarados, in my opinion. I think he's going to have to really prep hard for it. He's going to need to carry things like Roar or Toxic or whatever it may be to kind of shut my Gyarados down, but he plays a guessing game with whether I have Substitute or Taunt, so I think that that's really advantageous. I think Amoonguss is probably going to be his main way to deal with it, and Amoonguss, as good as that is defensively to check Gyarados, if he's not carrying
Grass Knot or Foul Play, he has a hard time dealing with this Gyarados set. So I'm running a lot of bulk, but I have enough speed to outspeed +1 at +1 to outspeed Tornadus. Substitute Dragon Dance, Waterfall, Crunch. The beautiful thing about this Gyarados is it does set up pretty freely on a lot of things. It sets up on Piloswine, it sets up on Tyranitar, it sets up on Amoonguss, so it sets up on Araquanid, it sets up on Fortress. There's a lot of things that it can click Dragon Dance in front of, as well as Substitute. So this Gyarados set looks to be really good. It's important for me to get hazards on the field and keep them off my side of the field because I need Gyarados to be at full health. I think this Gyarados set either comes in early mid-game and tries to break his team, or comes in late game and goes for the sweep. One of the two, but it's versatile in that way, and I think it can function both ways. I've got a Reuniclus here, a pretty standard offensive Reuniclus with Saw Shock, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Trick Room. If I can get a Trick Room up, this thing absolutely demolishes his team, especially if Stealth Rocks are up. He doesn't really have a ton of switch-ins once I have Trick Room up. And if I hit my Focus Blast, he's in a lot of trouble. He needs like basically max HP, ton of special defense on his T-Tar to be able to live a Focus Blast to begin with. Obviously Magic Guard is boosted, or Life Orb is boosting our attacks without revealing our item, which is really nice. And again, if I can get Trick Room up, it's going to just be really advantageous for my team. And even if Reuniclus like gets Trick Room up and then gets a hit or two off and then dies, like I can still take advantage of it with some of my other Pokemon. The next Pokemon I'm bringing is Vikavolts, and we ride and die with Vikavolt. I'm rocking my NPA Championship t-shirt here, and I brought Vikavolt last week against Envy, and it came up clutch for me. Ended up getting 4 kills against him, and you know, this is my mascot Pokemon. I understand it maybe isn't the best Pokemon in the game, but I really like Vikavolt, and this is supposed to be a fun league, so I said, you know what, I'm gonna bring my mascot once again. And it wasn't actually on the original team, but after testing I realized that I needed to change things up a little bit, so I brought this modest choice specs Vikavolt. I've got enough speed on there to basically outspeed Piloswine and things like that. I should outspeed Araquanid unless he runs max speed. I'm outspeeding the Amoonguss and so on and so forth, and realistically, like, this thing comes in pretty easily on a few different Pokemon, Fortress as well, and he just doesn't have a reliable switch in to Bug Buzz. If Piloswine is gone, he doesn't have a reliable switch in a Volt Switch or Thunderbolt either. So I can pretty freely just fire off these super duper powerful attacks and like really break through his team, especially early game. Again, I mentioned Stealth Rocks are kind of an issue. If he has Stealth Rocks up, it does minimize the effectiveness of this Vikavolt, so I need to try to keep his hazards off the field. Luckily for me, chances are his Stealth Rocker is going to be Piloswine or Fortress. It should be pretty straightforward. I think the Mew will be offensive. I think the Tyranitar will be offensive as well. So I'm not really anticipating those rocks on the other Pokemon there. I'm bringing my, and I also want to mention I have Sleep Talk. That's for Amoonguss. I can switch to the Amoonguss, I get Sleep Talk, and I can still activate a move. So it turns into a pretty good answer for that. I've got Landorus here, which has Earthquake, U-Turn, Stone Edge, and Explosion once again. In testing, I realized Knockoff didn't make sense. It actually loses me momentum against this team. So I felt like Explosion, just like against Envy, is actually a really good option. He doesn't really have the best switch into it. And if I get low, I can bring this thing in, I can explode. And then all I'm doing is looking for opportunities to bring in Gyarados, bring in Reuniclus, and set up and kind of decimate his team. So that's really our core strategy there. Earthquake Stone Edge is really good against him, especially with Scarf. This gives me something to outspeed Tyranitar +1. It gives me something to outspeed Tornadus. It gives me something to pressure a lot of his team. If I weaken his team down and get rid of Tornadus, he doesn't really have a good Earthquake switch in. So we have a couple different options there. The other thing I really like is one of my main things that I can set up with Gyarados on is the Amoonguss, and Landorus really baits Amoonguss out, so I can U-turn out, get my Gyarados in for free against Amoonguss. Same goes for Vikavolt, right? Vikavolt baits the Amoonguss out, and then I can deal with the Amoonguss with my Gyarados or with my Reuniclus. Like, having that Volt Switch and U-turn combination is really good against him. It's something he's done a lot too. I've got my Bursidon here, which is a very specified EV spread. I can live a Jolly or Timid Focus Blast Life Orb or Superpower Life Orb from Tornadus. I've got the Eye of Papa Berry, which is going to activate and give us 50% of our health back. I live a Max Attack Adamant Piloswine Earthquake. I live a lot of different attacks that could be aimed at me. This is my dedicated lead this match. I want to get my rocks up. I want to keep his rocks off the field. I need to do that. That is so incredibly important. He's got an Entei, which really wears down my team, and you'll see my strategy in this match is to keep rocks up and force him to switch around and take damage on his Pokemon, enough so that I can come in with something like Reuniclus and win the game. So Scald, Toxic, Defog, Stealth Rock. If it's faced up against Mew in the first matchup, I can Toxic it, I can Stealth Rock, whatever it may be. If it's the Fortress, I can just Scald. If it's the Araquanid, I can set up rocks. If it's the Piloswine, I can Scald it. I know I can live in Earthquake, so we're in good shape there. And last but not least is going to be a defensive Druddigon here. Pretty fun set, dude. I'm bringing Leftovers, Rough Skin, Impish, because Rocky Helmet doesn't really help me. Tyranitar Stone Edge doesn't make contact. Entei's Sacred Fire doesn't make contact. So I figured leftovers is actually better. It helps me kind of live a little bit longer. But I have no real good switch into Entei. Choice Band and Entei kind of ran through my team. So I'm bringing this Rest, Sleep Talk Drudagon here, which I love. It's got Glare, so I can paralyze things and just give me opportunities to bring in Vikavolt and just wreck through his team. Give me opportunities to set up with Gyarados. Give me opportunities to set up with Reuniclus. And, you know, the Dragon Tail is nice. It stops his setup sweepers. It's forcing things like Entei back in to take Stealth Rock's damage, forcing things like Tornadus back in to take Stealth Rock damage, etc. So that's going to be our strategy, man. I decided not to bring Alola Ninetales. I was going to bring Ninetales. It was actually on the team initially with Nasty Plot, but I feel like he's got to prepare for Aurora Veil despite the fact that he has Sand, and I just felt like offensively it lost me too much momentum, because if I Moonblast and I make a wrong prediction, I just lose so much momentum with it. I left out Shaman. I didn't really feel like Shaman was that good. I didn't want another weakness to Entei or Tornadus. Rotom Frost is good with Choice Scarf. I think it's something you'll have to keep in mind, but I think Vikavolt is just a better breaker this match. Stack Attack has a tremendous matchup. I feel like he really has to prepare for Stack Attack, but in my mind, I just felt like it was going to be really hard to set up that Trick Room with Rocky MZ. I would have had to force a Berry on it, and as good as that is, I felt like Reuniclus did the job better as long as it hits its Focus Blasts. And Drapion I really didn't feel like was that viable. I think that like its typing is cool, but it doesn't really have the ability to do a ton to his team, aside from maybe slow down Mew, which I think I can handle with the rest of the squad. So that's going to be our team builder. It's a little bit lengthier, I understand, but I wanted to break it down because this is a championship match. So get yourselves ready, guys. I'm going to get ready for this match right now. I'm going to get connected with the 2016 World Champion Wolf Glick, and we are going to throw down in the WBE Championship. Let's do it. Alright guys, we are connected here with Wolf. Let's find out exactly which 6 Pokemon he's going to be bringing to this championship match. Let's do it, man. Like I said in the team preview, there's a lot of things I think he could bring. Some of the things I'm not really super like worried about is things like Sticky Web or Araquanid, stuff like that. I just feel like that kind of a strategy isn't really that effective against me, since my core offensive Pokemon don't care about Sticky Webs at all. So we'll see what happens with that. But some of the things I'm like nervous of is just like Entei's really offensive, and Tyranitar when it sets up can be difficult. Like I don't really have good Tyranitar switch-ins. You know, offensively that thing's just kind of a monster, so like Stone Edge is just a beast. So I'm gonna have to make some good predictions, you know what I mean? Like, and that's really what any game comes down to. But I'm hoping to kind of get the Stealth Rock War 1. That's gonna be a main priority for me. He is gonna bring Stoutland. A little surprised to see that. We're not gonna see Poliwhirl though, which is good for me. That means his only Stealth Rocker, I guess, is gonna be the Mew, if I'm not mistaken. Very surprised to see Stoutland though, especially on a team where I could have easily brought, I guess Tyranitar could be a Stealth Rocker as well. So he's gonna either lead Mew, I feel like. I could see a T-Tar lead, I could see a Tornadus lead. I don't think Stoutland would lead, so is Mew gonna be his Stealth Rocker? Or is Tyranitar gonna be his Stealth Rocker? I'm not sure, but I think getting up Myrox is still really important. So, you know, to me, I think just leading Brosidon is good. Like, if he taunts me, then so be it, I kind of feel like. Because his switch-ins to Vikavolt are very, very limited. So I'm gonna stick to my guts here, and I'm gonna lead with Brosidon. I just feel like that's my lead. If he leads T-Tar, I can take an Earthquake. If he leads Mew, he might taunt me, but I'm not super concerned about that. Like if he taunts me turn 1 when I set up rocks, I mean I can just switch out, or when I Toxicate or whatever it may be. So I'm not like super concerned. So I'm gonna stick to my Brosidon lead. That was really kind of my plan going into this, was to lead with my Brosidon. So I'm gonna do just that. Drudagon is a really good Pokemon in this match for Stoutland and Entei, so I kind of have to keep that in mind, because Stoutland can be pretty effective against me, especially with Sand Rush up, but he does only get 5 turns of Sand with his Tyranitar. So, and again, I'm just really surprised, because I could have changed the weather against him with Ninetales, but perhaps he just didn't think that that was something I was going to do. So maybe he did bring Support Mew, but even Support Mew kind of runs like move slot syndrome against me, so we'll see. But I'm assuming he leads. He's going to actually lead with his Tornadus here. Okay. So to me, he obviously could have Taunt on this thing. I'm not exactly sure whether he's going to try to taunt me or not. I think it's still worth just going for Stealth Rocks here, even if he does try to taunt me. Because he may just go for like a Superpower or Focus Blast anyway. And I'm not like super duper concerned. So I think just going for Taunt here is still a really good play. Or, I'm sorry, just going for Stealth Rocks is a really good play. He very well could have Taunt or Defog, but again, that's one less move, and I can kind of find out now. I mean, going for a Scald here isn't really that advantageous, so I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks, and if he taunts me, then so be it. But he also could just U-turn, he may Focus Blast, he may Superpower. The nice thing is I know he's not Z-move, because his only Z-move is going to be the Mew. So he does just go for Focus Blast here. He's going to hit it on the first turn. That's going to do a good amount of damage to me. That just looks like it's a Life Orb hit, and it is going to be Life Orb. I get a lot of intel. It's going to pop my berry, which was my plan all along, and we're going to see that this thing is definitely Life Orb, and I get my Stealth Rocks up. So this is kind of a win for me here in terms of just putting myself in a situation where I feel pretty comfortable now. Now he knows he can Focus Blast again and put himself in a good situation here. I would imagine, I mean, I can easily switch. I'm thinking I want to switch into my Landorus, is what I'm feeling. Because if he U-turns, I can still gain momentum by U-turning myself. So I'm going to go into Landorus here. He very well could make like a big boy play and go for something crazy like an Icy Wind or whatever. But I know I could take a Focus Blast. So if he decides to kind of stay in and do something other than Focus Blast, so that could be annoying. But there's also a chance he just U-turns here as well. So we'll see. Hopefully he doesn't predict anything. He's just going to defog. So he shows defog. Okay. So we get some intel, defog, Focus Blast, etc. He gets rid of my rocks. I'm in a situation where I could just U-turn here, though. I mean, I could also Stone Edge and hit something hard, but I think U-turn is probably a pretty safe play. He's not going to Focus Blast, so I could get my Empoleon back in, and I have a couple different switch-ins if he decides to... Yeah, I don't feel like he lets his Tornadus go down here, so I'm just going to U-turn. I don't feel like he just, like, stays in, because he knows, like, I'm a setup threat as well, so... I feel like a Moongus comes in here. A Moongus is a pretty good response. So we're just going to U-turn. He did just go for defog. Okay, so he's got defog, Focus Blast. We're not really sure what else. He already popped my berry on my Empoleon, but not the end of the world. Empoleon can set up rocks again later, so... You know, it comes in pretty well. He's got a hit Focus Blast, so I have that kind of working for me. There's obviously a decent chance he misses, so... It's a matter of what he feels like I'm going to do here. There's a good chance he recognizes that I could be Scarfed. So... I feel like he either U-turns, hard switches, or Hurricanes here. So those are the things to kind of keep in mind. But I would imagine he switches because he's probably got decent switch-ins to my Landorus in the Amoonguss in his mind. So we'll see. I mean, I would love to... Yeah, he's going to stay in, so kind of a bold play there. So that means he knows I'm Scarf now. So that means he's either... I mean, if I Stone Edge, though, I kill his Tornadus, which is crazy. So I don't think he's going to Focus Blast. He could just U-turn, though. I don't want to go Druddigon. I don't think that's a good play. I'm going to go into my Bursadin here and see what he wants to do. I feel like he's going to U-turn himself and show me U-turn here. He's going to Hurricane, and he hits it. This guy's got really accurate moves. Okay, no confusion, please. Okay, good. All right, so now I've got a tough decision to make here. Do I predict the switch here? Do I go back into Landorus? Like, I mean, I could be taking a Hurricane to the face with Landorus if I predict wrong. He could Focus Blast. He could U-turn. He could do a lot of different things. What am I taking from a Life Orb Hurricane with Landorus? This is kind of a tough prediction here. It's going to do a lot. I think I have to go for Stealth Rocks right now, which is kind of unfortunate because I don't want to risk my Empoleon right now, but at the same time, I feel like my switch into Landorus is too obvious. So I'm going to Stealth Rock and hope he doesn't Focus Blast, and if he does, hope he misses because he's already hit 2 70% moves. There's also a chance he U-turns here, but I've gotten him down pretty low, so we'll see if he Focus Blasts or not. But we know that this is his way to remove hazards, at least. Yeah, I'm going to Stealth Rock here. And hope he misses. Or switches. Although I feel like he might just Hurricane. And we're going to actually disconnect, which is really annoying. I don't know why we keep disconnecting, man. I see people in the comments saying that it's on me, but look, I'm connected to the internet, so I have no idea why I would have these issues. So we'll have to group up with WOLFE here and see what happened. Alright guys, we're back. Took us a few tries to recreate this, but we're back in the same scenario with Bursadin here against his Tornadus. My original plan was to click Stealth Rock here. I think in hindsight, I probably should not click Stealth Rock. I should probably switch out and go into Landorus here, predicting a Focus Blast or a Hurricane, and just understand that obviously there's a good chance that You know, so I'm kind of conflicted here. His move never went through, like the move never went through. So this is kind of one of those weird situations where I almost have a second chance to pick my move here, even though I was gonna pick Stealth Rock. I don't really know what the right play is, if I'm being totally honest. I think Stealth Rocks are super duper important in this match. And I think losing my Brosadin here is a really tough spot, but I think I'm gonna just out of courtesy and honoring what I did before, I am gonna click Stealth Rock again. I do think I should probably switch out. He's gonna Focus Blast, he's gonna hit it, so I should have switched into Landorus there. Again, I would have changed my play, but I don't think that's right to do considering that I already would have picked Stealth Rock. So I'm not gonna like change stuff. I just feel like that isn't really something that I think is fair. So yeah, I mean, that stinks. He's hit like every Focus Blast and stuff right now, and I mean, that's really unfortunate, but at the same time, like, I feel like that's just what I should do. So anyway, I'm in a really bad situation already. I didn't get my Stealth Rocks up, which stinks. I have to figure out how to deal with this Tornadus, which has Life Orb and just does a tremendous amount of damage to my team. I can bring in my Vikavolt here, and I can one-shot this thing with Bug Buzz. He can Hurricane and try to hit me, so I have a choice to bring my Vikavolt in. I have a choice to bring my Landorus in and try to pressure him offensively. I feel like he doesn't really need his Tornadus anymore, so I kind of have a tough decision to make here. Like, if I bring in Vikavolt, does he just Hurricane? Do I go for a hopeful miss? Like, what do I do in this situation? Because I'm already so far back in this battle right now with him hitting that Focus Blast. I had so many better options there. So Vikavolt definitely lives a hit, and I would knock him out with Bug Buzz after Life Orb Recoil. If he hits a Hurricane. If he switches, then that's a thing, but like, he probably knows that I can live the hit, and I feel like he doesn't care that he loses his Tornadus here. What I don't want to do is I don't want to go to Jafar and then just U-turn out and have the Tornadus stay in again. So I'm going to make a pretty risky play here. I think I need to try to pull myself back into this game, so I'm going to go right into Overdrive right now, and I'm going to pressure him with Bug Buzz and just hope for the best. I mean, I can also Volt Switch here, actually, which is probably a better play, because then I guarantee I get out of there. So actually, I'm going to Volt Switch here. If he Hurricanes me, I definitely live it, and we just hope that he misses, I think is the better option. Because if Amoonguss comes in, then I can go into Gyarados, and Gyarados can try to set up. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to Volt Switch here, and we're going to hope that he misses his Hurricane, or he just switches. That's going to be the hope here. He probably knows that I kill him, though. So I feel like the thing is now that I don't have rocks, I feel like he doesn't care about Tornadus. And again, that's why I don't want to go into Landorus and try to risk that U-turn Stone Edge like situation again, because I feel like that's just a mistake. So I'm going to take a pretty risky play here and kind of see what this Tornadus wants to do. I mean, he's hit 2 Focus Blasts and a Hurricane so far, so we can hope for a miss. That would be nice. That would kind of put us in a better spot and get us in a situation where we can kind of almost be back in this game a little bit. Again, Stealth Rocks were such a crucial part of our strategy, and he's going to go for the Heat Wave here, so he doesn't have to deal with that, and I think that's going to be a huge mistake on my part, and he's going to just knock me out, and I think we just kind of threw this game. I didn't think he was going to have Heat Wave. I just threw away this game, guys. That's a bummer, man. That's a big bummer, man. I just really threw this game away. Okay, well, we're going to do what we can to try to pull it back. That's all we can do here, is just try to pull it back. I didn't expect Heat Wave, to be honest, and again, he hits another inaccurate move, so I'm in a situation now where I really need to rely on Jafar here, or him missing, so I think what I need to do is I'm going to go into my Reuniclus, I think, and I'm going to set up a Trick Room. I should be able to live any hit from him, and we're in a really bad spot. You know, I just really kind of threw that situation there. I didn't expect him to have Heat Wave, if I'm being honest, at all under any circumstances. So that's a bummer, man. That's a huge bummer there, because that puts us in a really bad spot now, like a tremendously bad spot. Like, I can't believe how bad the spot is we're in. We're down 0-2. I haven't done anything, dude. He's gonna get all this health back here. He finally switches out. He's gonna probably go into like T-Tar or something, or Mew maybe. That's gonna be his Mew. So at least I get my Trick Room up here, and I can pressure this Mew with a Shadow Ball, which is nice. If for some reason this is a setup Mew, that kind of puts me in a tough spot, but I can at least, you know, go for a Shadow Ball here and do a good amount of damage to him. There's a chance he tries to predict some stuff and, you know, goes into Stoutland or something like that, but I think in my mind the best play here is just to go for the offensive, straightforward play and, you know, try to figure out a way to pull myself back. You know, with Gyarados, this game, you know, can easily turn around if I can get up a Dragon Dance or something like that, but it's going to be really difficult to try to pull it back, and I'm a little disappointed, man, to be honest. You know, he made some really good plays, but you know, that's you know, that Vikavolt play was just really bad. I needed my Vikavolt in this match, and I threw it away. I didn't think he was gonna have Heat Wave, to be honest. But in hindsight, I should have expected it. So what are you gonna do? Bummed about that, dude. Okay, well, we gotta move on. We gotta just focus on what we can do. This is still a winnable game. It's just gonna be really hard. I'm gonna have to win this game with Gyarados, and I'm gonna have to hit some Focus Blasts and stuff, man. Dude, I hate that so much that I'm like so far behind. Does he go Stoutland? I think he might have went Stoutland here. And he goes T-Tar. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to hit a Focus Blast is really what it comes down to right here. I can at least chip the T-Tar, which is nice. Get some good damage off on him. And obviously I can threaten him with Focus Blast now. I do very little damage to him there, but I believe a Focus Blast will kill. Let me just look at that damage, because that didn't really do anything at all. I wonder if he is like super specially defensive. Shadow Ball, it did about a little like 12%. That looks like, no, that looks pretty standard. Okay, I'm gonna Focus Blast, I think is my best play. Mega T-Tar taking a Focus Blast. If he's max HP, which I don't think he is, I still kill. So I'm gonna make the very obvious play here and just Focus Blast. And we'll hope he stays in and I can get a kill here. But he can obviously just switch around and scout things out, go to Amoonguss here and just like kind of scout out for different moves and whatever else. But I'm not in a situation where I feel like I can make that play yet. Because one wrong prediction, if I predict wrong, I'm in a really bad spot. So he's just gonna make a switch out here. He's gonna go into Big Bertha, which I think is probably the Amoonguss. Yeah, that is the Amoonguss. You know, I would have loved to Psychic there, you know what I mean? Like, I would have loved to, but, you know, I'm not really, like I said, in a situation where I can kind of make those predictions. So, he takes some Sandstorm damage here. I'm in a situation where, like, Psyshock is really my best play. Yeah, I don't even know if Psyshock kills, so that's a thing. It does, actually. Does he go into his T-Tar here? I don't know, but I'm going to go for Psyshock. I'm going to make the very obvious plays right now. I just feel like I have to. I think he goes Mew as kind of a middle ground, though. I hate being in this situation because, like, I know his plays. They're very obvious, but I just don't feel like I can make the prediction because if I predict wrong, I like, basically am in a really bad spot. So I'd rather kind of delay the match until I get myself into a better spot. I don't know. It's tricky. I get 2 turns of Trick Room still, though, so we're gonna Psyshock here. Very obvious play, but like, obviously T-Tar can come back in, but he's playing a guessing game too, because now he's made an obvious prediction twice now, so it's like, does he continue to do that? Well, we'll see. He's gonna probably go Mew this time as a middle ground. No, he went back into T-Tar. Yes, he goes back into T-Tar. So again, same kind of deal. I could have made these predictions, but again, I just don't feel like it's worth it. It's not worth it. I'm gonna continue to make the obvious play and hope that he doesn't continue to make these switches. We'll see what happens. Like, it's so, I mean, that was a 50-50 either way if I Focus Blasted. Hopefully he stays in this time. He doesn't have to, though. That's the thing. With all his Regenerator Pokemon, he, like, really doesn't have to. He can just switch around. And I feel like he just switches around here. Again, what am I going to do? That's unfortunate, man. I really, like, played those first couple turns really poorly. The Tornadus, man, it really wrecked me. I mean, had I Stone Edge with Landorus, like, we were in a tremendous spot, but I didn't anticipate him to stay in there. He switches again. Okay. Into Mew this time. So he kind of goes middle ground. Mew most certainly has Taunt, if I had to guess. I'm going to hit a Focus Blast, which is amazing. I'm going to assume this Mew has Taunt, so I'm just going to Shadow Ball it. I'm not going to try to set up Trick Room again. I feel like he's just going to have Taunt here. We'll see if he has leftovers. He does have leftovers. Okay. Which leads me to believe that this is probably a more defensive Mew. I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball. I don't want to Trick Room because I feel like he's going to Taunt. And I think I can Trick Room later. He taunts. Okay, so we make a good prediction for once. This may knock him out, but I think we're going to be a little bit short. I think he's going to be defensive enough to live this. But yeah, he is going to live it. Sandstorms decides. Okay. He's got leftovers, but I did weaken him quite a bit, so puts in an okay spot. I mean, he can try to knock off my item here and lose his Mew. He can do a couple different things. He can try to set up rocks. You know, I got the Mew pretty low. Is he low enough for me to Psyshock and kill? I don't think so. So I think I'm going to just Shadow Ball again. Again, obvious plays, like, it stinks that I have to do this. He's going to Roost, but this may actually be enough to knock him out. Like, I hate to be making the obvious plays like this, guys. I really do, but I think, like I said, I have to climb myself back into this game. So if I can knock out this Mew, that would actually be a really big help here. I don't, and he's still living, so we're still in the same situation. But I've seen Roost and Taunt, so that leads me to believe he's very defensive. I'm going to Shadow Ball again. And eventually I will knock him out. Hopefully. We're very close. He's very, very defensive. Which means Gyarados will be able to beat him at least. And he's not Culver Berry. So. Alright. I want him to Roost again and let me kill him. I need to get a kill to get back in this game, dude. Like, Reuniclus definitely gives him fits. He's gonna switch out here. Maybe into Stoutland this time. Into Entei. That is fine by me. That is fine by me. It's gonna take a big Shadow Ball to the face here. If he's not Assault Vest, this is gonna do a good amount. So he may be Assault Vest though. I doubt it. We should be doing about 50%. Did about what I expect. Okay, perfect. Now I'm in a situation where I could set up here, but I think going into Pumpkin here is my best play. We're gonna do that. 100% my switch in. We're gonna start spreading Glare around, man. We're gonna start using Glare, and we're gonna try to spread some Glares. Start paralyzing some things to give myself an opportunity to set up with Gyarados. He's gonna Sacred Fire. We'll find out if he's Choice Banded. He's Choice Banded. He gets the burn. Okay, so we know he's Choice Banded. Entei. Okay. He definitely switches out here. I would assume maybe into a Moongus. Potentially into T-Tar. Maybe he goes Mew. I think Glare is my best play though. What would he think I would do? Earthquake maybe? I'm gonna Glare. I'm gonna Glare. I got this Entei to half. If I Glare the Mew though, I can 1v1 it. With Reuniclus, because then he's got to deal with Paralysis. It could actually give me an opportunity to set up. He's gonna switch out here. Going to something that I don't like. Is that the T-Tar? Did I just Glare that? Good. Okay, so I glared the T-Tar. Perfect. Alright, so that thing's paralyzed now, which is big. I'm in a situation where his Ice Punch here is so obvious. I'm not sure I can do anything about it. I think I have to rest. I mean, I could go Reuniclus. I don't think that's the right play. I could predict the Ice Punch and go into Gyarados and try to unleash Gyarados here. That Amoonguss is, like, kind of in a weird spot, though. I mean, Gyarados actually looks really good when Sand is gone. I can take an Ice Punch, I think, at this range. He's definitely offensive. Let's see here. And I'm faster. So Tyranitar, offensive Adamant Mega, Ice Punching me here is gonna do 48 to 56 if he's max attack. I'm at 113 out of 183. And we disconnect again. I'm at 61. Okay, so I live that hit. This is gonna be really annoying to recreate though, because we're pretty far into this match now, and we're gonna have to recreate a lot of hacks. So this is gonna just be absolutely phenomenal, man. Okay, guys, we are back. We recreated it as close as we could, so I actually feel like we got pretty darn close. So here we are, Druddigon versus Tyranitar. I was running a calc to see if I could live an Ice Punch. I know I can live an Ice Punch, and the same goes for what I believe a Stone Edge here. I can live a Stone Edge as well. We are a little bit lower than we were before, but either way. So I'm thinking I'm going to rest here. That's kind of what I'm thinking is my best play. I'm a little concerned that he tries to set up, but I do have Dragon Tail, and I can kind of get some intel. I don't want to switch out here, though, because I feel like if I go Gyarados and he Stone Edges, I'm in a really bad spot. If I go Landorus and he Ice Punches, I'm in a really bad spot. I don't think it's worth going into Reuniclus here. Really, I need to find my opening to get Gyarados in to win this game. So I'm going to go for the rest here. I should be able to live any hit unless he crits me with like a Stone Edge or something. He's going to Mega Evolve, though, finally. He is paralyzed. So I believe that I'm going to be faster anyway, so that's kind of cool, unless he's like super fast. He might try to Dragon Dance against me, I have no idea, but I am going to be faster. I'm going to get this rest off here, and we're going to get some intel on what this Tyranitar set is. I'm expecting, I mean, he could have Stealth Rocks, but I'm expecting him to go for like an Ice Punch here if I had to guess. He is going to actually go for Stealth Rocks, so it makes me wish that I went into my, made a switch there, because I could have been in a really good situation if I did, but I did not make a switch there, and I'm in a situation where, I mean, had I gone Gyarados, like, I would have been in a tremendous spot, but I didn't, so we're going to Sleep Talk here, and hope that I can connect a Dragon Tail. The nice thing is, like, I get the faster Dragon Tail, because it is a Sleep Talk Dragon Tail. He's going to switch out. Maybe I can knock out this Mew if it comes in. It's going to be really close. I don't know if Dragon Tail is going to kill, but we might be able to get it if I hit the Dragon Tail here, plus We're gonna Sleep Talk, Dragon Tail plus Sand, maybe. We get the Dragon Tail, that's gonna be really good. Maybe it knocks him out. It does, okay, good. So that was big. Drotagon kills Mew. With Detail. Okay, so that gives me one less prediction that I have to make. And I really like Drotagon in this matchup right now. I think that this Drotagon can be really strong. So that's one less prediction I have to make. Here comes the Tornadus. This thing is obviously going to try to go for, you know, a Hurricane here. He is in Sand. I have one more turn of Sleep. I think I have to just take the hit here with Drotagon. Potentially get a Glare off, which could be good. Again, I'm just trying to get myself in an opportunity where I can set up. So we know his full set. We know he's got Hurricane. Life Orb Hurricane. I can live it at this range, no problem. I think Dragon Tail is my best play. Or Sleep Talk is my best play, rather. I have one more turn of Sleep here. So he's going to Hurricane. He misses it, which is tremendous for me. And this puts me in a situation where I might be able to actually Glare him. So I'm going to Sleep Talk. Hopefully I Sleep Talk Glare here. That would be best case scenario. I get the Glare, and I'm going to paralyze the Tornadus. Okay. So that's really good. All right, we're in a situation right now where this this Drotagon looks really strong. So, okay. Now I have to figure out what's next. I've paralyzed 2 of his Pokemon, which gives me an opportunity to set up with my Gyarados. I have to find my opening to set up. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but I really need to get my Gyarados in against something here. Preferably this Tornadus. I feel like he's going to Hurricane no matter what here. I could go into Landorus to try to gain some momentum. I don't know if that's my best play. Like, we're in a situation where Explosion Landorus is going to be an option pretty soon because I need to find an opportunity to get in for free. I also am in a really good situation for Uniclus to try to win this game too. This Drotagon set walls his Entei, and it most likely stops his Stoutland, and it slows down the Tyranitar, but I don't want to switch into any of my sweepers here. I just feel like that would be a mistake. So I think my best play is actually to Dragon Tail again. I'm not really sure. I mean, I could also go Nuke. I don't know if that's a good play. I think a good middle ground play is going into Jafar and hoping for a miss, but I don't know if that's the best option here. I'm still sleeping, but I definitely wake up this turn. I feel like I have to go Jafar and hope for a miss here. Because if I can't allow my Pumpkin to take more damage. I'm gonna make a switch here. I can't allow my Pumpkin to. I need it to take on the Entei and the other Pokemon. Hopefully he misses. That's all I can do at this point is hope for misses right now to get back in this. He's paralyzed. Perfect. Okay. All right. Landorus is in a situation now where it can knock this thing out. I can Stone Edge. I can Explosion. I can do a number of different things. I'm thinking I Stone Edge. The problem is Amoonguss comes in on Stone Edge pretty easily, but I think I have to Stone Edge here. So I'm going to go for the Stone Edge. I think I have to. I don't see him wanting to keep this Tornadus around now that it's paralyzed. He switches into Amoonguss. No, big Sieges? That's the Stoutland. Okay. So maybe he doesn't feel like Stoutland. Oh, it's Intimidate. It's not Sand Rush. Okay. I hit the Stone Edge, which is nice. The Crow would be phenomenal. It does nothing. He's very defensive. Okay. Which means that he's not that offensive. Definitely has Thunder Fang. He's probably got Ice Fang. He might have Toxic. I'm going to go into my Reuniclus here. I've got 2 Pokemon paralyzed. I'm in a situation where if I can get Trick Room up, I could be in a decent spot here. He's definitely defensive. He switches. Does he go T-Tar? He went into Bird Up. Okay. I can take a hit from this thing, so I should be able to get up a Trick Room now. So that's going to be my focus, is getting up Trick Room. He's got to play this prediction game again. Alright, I'm going to Trick Room. I mean, the fact that he's paralyzed and he hits a Hurricane, dude, which is mind-blowing. And he gets a Confusion. You know, I'm trying to, like, pull myself back in here, and it's not fun. Oh. The world doesn't want me to, man. The world doesn't want me to. I mean, he goes through Confusion, or Paralysis, and hits a Hurricane, dude. He's gonna Heat Wave. He misses the Heat Wave. He gets paralyzed. Okay, I get Trick Room off. Alright, Psyshock's my play. I know T-Tar can command, but I got turns of Trick Room, so I'm going to Psyshock here. I snap out. I hit a side shock. Okay, I need a little bit of luck in my favor here, man. This isn't gonna kill, but it's gonna be close. I need a little bit of luck in my favor. He hits a heat wave. Okay. Okay, I'm in a situation. I think I have to unleash my, Actually, does U-turn kill? Is this my Gyarados play, dude? Do I just hope for hacks and set up on him? I feel like I have to. I feel like this is my Gyarados play. Like, the problem is that Stoutland's got Intimidate. He's gonna really slow me down, but I feel like I have to go for the Gyarados play here and just try to win this game right now. I don't see how I get around this otherwise. I mean, I go Jafar, I U-turn. Try to get some momentum. Slow play it a little bit. I mean, he could just save this thing, though. I mean, I could just hope for hacks. I think I have to go Shrimp here. I have to click Dragon Dance, and we have to try to set up on him. The problem is that Stoutland, dude, he can just recycle Intimidate against me. And he's gonna most certainly have Thunder Fang. I can go Lando, and I can U-turn and probably knock him out. He's sitting at 12%. Yeah, U-turn should kill, so I can kill him here and gain momentum. And then I end up in a situation where Druddigon comes in against everything else. I'm gonna go that route. I'm just so scared to pull this trigger on my Gyarados right now, because I know that if I do it wrong, I'm gonna. It's really my only way to win this game is with Gyarados right now. So I'm just gonna U-turn and it should knock him out. I mean, I have Explosion. I need to get Gyarados in against the Amoonguss to set up, but the Intimidate on Stoutland is gonna be really annoying. That's the one concern. That was a good bringing Intimidate Stoutland. I thought for sure it was going to be offensive with Sand Rush. But it means that Druddigon just doesn't die to a lot of stuff. So that's the good news. Like Druddigon, he has a hard time killing Druddigon. Wait, he's faster? Trick Room, dude! Oh my gosh! Wow, bro. Wow. I forgot about Trick Room, dude. I forgot about Trick Room, man. I just choked the game. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to have this be my championship match. I hate this, man. I hate this. I like forgot about Trick Room, dude. I really did. I really forgot about Trick Room here. Okay. How many turns left? I got 2 turns of Trick Room left. Alright, we're gonna substitute and not Mega Evolve. I just threw this game away, dude. Like, not that I was in a good spot anyway, but I just threw it away, man. I forgot all about Trick Room. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I would have had to go Druddigon either way, if I remember Trick Room. But I'm like a little frustrated. It's okay though. Like I said, I mean, I got put on the back foot really early. We've had such bad luck, dude. In this situation, he's gonna actually save this thing. He's gonna go into Big Bertha, which is gonna be his Amoonguss. Okay, that's actually best case scenario for me. I get a substitute up. The problem is the Entei has extreme speed, so it can break substitutes, but we have to just start Dragon Dancing here and hope that he makes a misplay and he doesn't have Grass Knot and can't break my substitute. Or Foul Play. I have to hope he doesn't have Grass Knot or Foul Play, basically. He's gonna switch back out, and he's gonna go into Bisigees. Intimidate doesn't work because of the sub, which is nice. I can now Dragon Dance. Gets me to +1. I think I have to go for a flinch here on the Stoutland. I think I have to flinch the Stoutland here with a Waterfall. Is my play. So we're gonna go for that. We're gonna go for the Waterfall flinch, because setting up again right now, I need to keep my substitute intact, I think. So I think I just go for a Waterfall here and go for the flinch. Is that my best play? I've choked this game so badly. Okay, so if I Waterfall flinch him here, I'm actually in a tremendous spot. I'm in a great spot if I Waterfall flinch him here. If I Mega Evolve, does that make a difference? Like, he's so bulky, so that's the problem. If I Mega Evolve, I'm not going to really be able to do anything. I think I have to Waterfall flinch him, because I'm sure he's like max HP. So I think we do 2-shot him here. We got a 20% chance to flinch him with Waterfall. So I think that's going to be my play. I need a Waterfall flinch. Could be Rocky Helmet too, actually. I need a Waterfall flinch, please. He's Rocky Helmet. And he's got Roar. Okay. So nothing I can do there, man. I made the right play by staying in, but now I'm in a situation where I pretty much just die. Coming back in. which stinks, man. That was my one way to win right there. All right, well, you know what? Good games to him, man. He's gonna end up winning this game. I just choked it away, like hardcore. I lose right now because extreme speed ente. So good games to him, man. All I can say is, like, you know, I tried. I like really made some bad plays, and I'm, you know, a little bit bummed. He's got rest as well. So, you know, it's a bummer because, you know, this was a very winnable game. I feel like I honestly feel like it was a winnable game, but I played really poorly at the beginning. I wasn't expecting the Heatwave Tornadus and stuff, and yeah, guys, I'm sorry. Like, I hate to have the season end like this, man. I'm disappointed in myself, but again, WOLFE's a great battler, man. Like, you can't like sell him short. The dude's like really good at this game, so you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just gonna, like, there's nothing I can't win this game at this point. He's got extreme speed on his Zente, so unless I get rid of that thing, there's no way I can do anything here. I needed the flinch there, and even so, I still can't win because his yeah, I'll just glare here and hope for the best. But I needed the flinch right there, so he couldn't roar me. But he's gonna just be able to switch out, and he just goes into something that's asleep. So this game's over. There's nothing I can do. I know this game's over. Gyarados cannot win this game at this point. It does not have enough health to switch back into Stealth Rocks and take a hit from the Rocky Helmet. So we've already spent about 2 hours on this game. So good games to WOLFE, man. Congratulations to you for winning the championship, man. That's it for me, guys. I'm at, let me see here, 64 out of 189. I'll just double check it. But I don't think there's any way. I'm at 33%. Yeah, I died a Rocky Helmet plus Stealth Rocks. So I'm gonna concede this one, man. There's absolutely no way I win this game. So congratulations to WOLFE for the championship. He goes back to back. Again, I'm disappointed because I felt like I could have won this game. I didn't play that well, but congratulations to him on coming out with a W. I wish you the best, and I look forward to our next season here in WBE. Congratulations to WOLFE. Sorry about all the disconnects, guys. They've been very frustrating for me. I'm going to take some time away from Draft League for the next week or two. If that means that I take forfeits in my matches, that's fine, but I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I need a break. I feel like I've been running 4 leagues right now, and it's just been a lot. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. Again, hopefully I don't take forfeits in my matches, but if I do, then so be it. I just need a little bit of a break right now. I'm not like upset or anything. I'm not like salty. Like, it is what it is. Like I said, there's no shame in losing to WOLFE, but like I just feel like right now Draft League has been like consuming my life, and it's been ridiculous to play like 4 leagues at the same time, and I didn't intend for that to be the case, but it's just a lot, and the game can be very frustrating at times, you know. So I feel good. Like, I honestly, like, I feel really good. Like, again, I don't have any shame. There's no shame in losing that battle, but I am frustrated in myself because I think I could have played better, and I think I could have made better plays. I think, like, this game was totally winnable. Like, that Stalin was a really good set, but I don't think he had anything for Vikavolt, and I, like, misplayed my Vikavolt so badly at the beginning, and that just threw me back so much in this match. Like, if I Stone Edge there on that you know, second turn with Landorus, like, I feel like we're in a commanding position, but so be it, man. Congratulations to WOLFE one more time. Thank you guys so much for supporting the WBE throughout the season. Coming in second place isn't terrible. It's a bummer to lose the championship, though. I'm not gonna lie. Show the love, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe for new. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.
Thanks so much for checking out my last video. If you like that one, you'll definitely like this one, and be sure to subscribe for more as I post Pokemon videos every single day.